She was about to get out of the car, and I went in for the kiss. Hey guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I didn't record anything for today's release, so I figured I would give you story time. So today, I'm gonna tell you about my worst first date. So, grab the popcorn, you're in for a bumpy ride. So picture this, it's been like 8 months since I had gotten out of a 6-year relationship, and I started vibing with a 35-year-old writer. I was 29 at the time, on OkCupid. She really wasn't the most responsive individual, but when she did, she'd send me a whole ass novel. It would be well written and it'd keep me interested. Now, she'd been really hesitant about going out. She had just gotten out of a long-term relationship as well, so we kind of took it slow. After a few weeks of talking, we finally decided to go get some dinner together. This is when I learned she didn't have a car. Not a big deal really, but it becomes one. I arrive at her house. I give her a call and she tells me to park at the end of the street. This is a big red flag to me, but whatever. So I do. And I sat there, and I sat there, and I sat there. After 45 minutes to an hour, this woman is finally ready. She calls me and tells me, hey, pull up to the house. So I do. She walks up to my driver's window. She looked great. You could tell she put some serious effort into looking wonderful that night. And then she just starts to talk to me through my driver's window. Just having a normal conversation with me. Lasted about, 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden, thud. I'm fucking mad. The old couple that lives across the street from her decided to pull out of their driveway, not look behind them, and they hit my car. I get out of my car and I'm like, what the fuck? But then I realized it's an old couple. I checked the damage, just a little bit of scratches on the quarter panel, no dents. And then I think to myself, where did I get this car? Now for some backstory, my car used to be my grandma's car. And my grandma was infamous in the family for taking out all of our mailboxes, knocking over the basketball hoop, and even backing into a Porsche where the owner forgave her. So I decided to pay it forward. I told the couple, don't worry about it. Please just look behind you next time, because my car could have been a child, and this would be a way different situation. If you're enjoying the story so far, don't forget to like the video and then subscribe to the channel for some more fun stories. So finally my date gets in the car. She's laughing about the situation. I laugh too because there's really not much else I can do. So we're heading to a restaurant about 20 minutes away from her. She hates everything that's playing on my playlist. She's also terrified of my driving as I'm doing the speed limit. Told me I'm going too fast, so I made sure I was doing 5 under the speed limit in the right lane. So we arrive. We're at the restaurant. We get seated. She orders a bottle of wine. Gets herself a nice seafood sampler and like a salmon dinner. All I got was a cheeseburger and I think it was like a Mountain Dew or something. We were having decent conversation. And the bill came. The bill was exactly as terrifying as I thought it would be. Normally, I'm not like this, like, hey lady, you wanna help me with the bill, but like, for fuck's sake, dude. So I paid 100% of the bill, paid 35% tip. I asked her if there's anything else she would like to do. She says no. I'm like, okay. So we get in the car, we start heading her home. With no music. I'm driving 5 under the speed limit for her, once again. And with no music. She insists that the next exit is the exit I'm supposed to be taking to get to her house. I tell her no, the GPS says otherwise. She insists. She knows better. She didn't. So we have to take I think it was like the Verrazano Bridge, I don't know, some bridge to New York City, and I had to pay a fucking toll. I didn't have any cash or an easy pass, so I had to get a ticket. So then I turn around to get back on the highway that originally I was on before she told me to take the exit, and away we go back to her house. Finally get back on her street and she's like, we should just hang out for a little bit and talk. I'm like, okay. So we park at the end of her street and we're having a conversation. Just talking about life, She's telling me what a nice date it was. She's really glad she got to meet me. We sat there talking for like an hour, and when she was about to get out of the car, and I went in for the kiss. She pushed me away. She's like, it's too soon. I was like, okay. So I hit her up like 2 days later. She didn't even check to see if I got home safely. And I was like, hey, I had fun the other night. Sorry that everything happened, but it was nice to go out on a date. Hopefully you feel the same way. She's like, yeah, I had a lot of fun and we should do it again soon. And then I said, yeah, I would totally be down. I texted her again the next day. No response. Texted her again a week later. No response. And that was a story of my worst first date. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like the video, comment one of your favorite parts of the story, or you can share one of your worst first date experiences. Subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. Honestly, like any little bit of love you can show me or the content that I create, it means so much more to me than you could ever imagine. Thank you everybody for watching. Take care of yourselves, wear your mask. Peace.